Now what? Is it time for Savor? I think it might be time for Savor. Let's start with Savor. Savor might take a couple of attempts. Hey Blazar, hey Nordexa, hey Unbreakable, hey BLS, hey Asrab. Hey small, cute frog. So Thief Daggers are worse because items cost more, so the materials you get from them do less. On the other hand, I have a piggy bank and more damage from materials. I guess they're better then. Okay, we just go Thief Dagger. Hey New Lava. I think I've changed my mind. I think this should not take multiple attempts. Can we roll for harvesting? At this point, I'll take melee damage, I think. Kind of want to buy all of this stuff. One of your co-workers is going on a 1-month vacation to Taiwan today. There's currently a gigantic typhoon exactly over the airport that will dampen the experience. Pomme de terre. Could you call it frère de terre? I feel like you could call it frère du terre. Until I have 6 Thief Daggers, I think I should be rolling fairly aggressively. Then we probably go up to like 600 or 700 banked materials. Hey, Hamurai! This is a decent item. Alright. I have a piggy bank, so any materials I have saved multiply, duplicate, gain interest. I have 6 Thief Daggers, so I get more materials. I'm a saver, so the more materials I have, the more damage I have. The only thing I haven't worked out yet is how do I have health? Hey Fampy! Game reminds you of Survivor IO a little. I don't think I have seen that one before. We are back to Thief Daggers, yeah. BLS. Sorry about the ads. So the entire plan for the run is to kind of use these Thief Daggers as much as I possibly can. I do not want to buy a lot of stuff, really. Hey, Alberto! He's Asterly I am. I'm playing co-op. Nice. Is Susrakai. I have not tried co-op yet. Soon, TM. Oop. My back's really sore. Got a little bit more range is good, some speed is good. Flat melee damage does some work here. It's kind of interesting. Like at some point, when rerolls are really cheap, there are definitely some items that are worth purchasing. The metric that I kind of conceptually used to use for Saver was I would reroll 3 times per wave in the early to middle game. But that's based on chance of finding padding more than chance of finding like other stuff. Now rerolls cost a different amount and padding isn't unlocked, so all of that calculus is going to be different. Thank you, Grommunism. Thanks for that 53 months cotillion per annum. Hey there, it's Potato. Wow. I did a D5 run earlier with over 2,000 engineering. Was it an axolotl switch? How did you do it? Look for some armor. I will probably purchase that. Noun. Axolotl farmer. Nice. Makes sense. I wonder how many materials Piggy Bank has to be making you per wave for you to just be a normal character. When you consider like the extra cost of items. It probably isn't that much. Probably if you're sitting on like 800 materials or something, Piggy Bank is canceling out the extra cost of items. And you also have obviously the damage percent from your character. This character just might be good. I don't really... Why do I conceptually think this character isn't good? Seems fine. Don't worry, Carl, about damage percent on this character. There's a Weave 11 Elite to worry about. I'll lock this in by next wave. 278 O's. Yeah, I haven't finished reading it yet, so I can't really respond yet. Thank you for the 61 months though, Magishu. I just keep on looking over it and wondering what the next letter will be. Everybody loves Wave 9, as always. Got a little... too spicy there. I'm gonna change the music. Give me a quick second. Alright. That was meant to be a They Might Be Giants radio station. I don't think I heard any They Might Be Giants. The song tracker is broken anyway. Weird. Have I been up to anything interesting outside of streaming? Probably. Attack speed's good. I guess we do this. Armor is pretty good. I just try to have like more and more stored materials every wave. If you're buying like 3 items per wave or something, you are getting stronger faster than the enemies are in this game. I've been watching the Champions League soccer. I have plans for Friendsgiving. I have a few travel plans actually coming up. I guess Friendsgiving isn't travel, but I do have plans to travel and see friends. How's it going, Reload Nick? It is time for Patat Ricius. Any plans for Halloween? That's a fun question. I found a hunting trophy. I just need to not die against this elite. I have 6% speed. That feels like probably not fast enough with these items. Well, this is what I've got. Alright, this one, if I remember right, just kind of misses you all the time. So against this one, I should be okay. My sustain if I start taking damage is very bad, though. I have to not take damage. Also, I don't really know how you move in the first half of the wave, I guess. Once we get to this part of the wave, like, yeah, I can just run away. Prior to this part of the wave, it feels like you're a bit stuck. Ooh, those are awkwardly positioned for me. Oi! Peace Meets Club, how are you? I feel like I am not really that strong yet, but we're doing okay. I'm doing fine. My back hurts. Twitch chat. It's not like my back. It's like the base of my neck. Does somebody know how to make the base of your neck stop hurting? I should do some sort of stretching to decide which sort. Simply have it removed. Perhaps that is the answer. Need to chest on the ground or something. Oh, that'd probably work. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that after this run. That should do some good stuff for my back muscles, yeah. It's my pillow, that'll be 20 bucks. Fuck. I trusted that thing. I don't, like... It must be because I didn't realize that thief daggers were good. That must be why I used to think that saber was hard. I'm starting to feel like the start of, the DLC is easier than the start of the base game. Like the first 10 waves, pretty much. Which is making every character which has the ability to build scaling early feel a lot stronger to play. What are we at? 77? I don't need all these stats. Alright. Expensive. Foam roller and posture. I wonder where my foam roller's at. It'd be upstairs. I could go find it. Yeah, I think I just slept weird. It wasn't bugging me until I sat in the chair though. So probably my chair posture is not helping much. The enemies are faster when you make them faster. It's spooky on the waves with all these charging enemies. Wait, we did fine. This is an elite wave again. I'm not buying wheat with 32 melee damage. Let's buy that one and this one. Makes me a bit more survivable. Alright, can I run in a circle on wave 15? So far, yes. It's becoming less clear. Alright, I'm just gonna hang out over here. For a while. This is so extremely unnecessary, what I'm doing right now. I can just not kill it and win the run easily. Okay, I changed my mind. We're just gonna hang out up here. Let's survive the wave. Hey, Rannick. I'm down for anything that makes me more survivable, pretty much. This makes me more survivable? I believe. It's kind of weird. It doesn't actually start giving me armor for a bit. Any curse runs today? Curse tends to come up pretty frequently. I don't think I did Sailor yet. At the moment I'm doing the characters I'm expecting to be hard. But I don't know which ones I expect to be hard, which is making it kind of harder to decide who to do. Heliops! Padding's not unlocked, is the problem. Padding would be lovely. But I have to actually purchase my survivability instead in this one. I mean, I guess you have to purchase padding, but, you know, barely. I'm getting a lot better at this enemy in particular. Hits me so hard though. Okay. I couldn't decide if I was killing it or not for like most of the wave. But we got it in the end. 10 HP regen seems good. Are we pro Jeff or anti Jeff on this stream? El Jefe? Jeff Bezos? There are a lot of things not to like. What are those things doing in those incubation chambers? Everyone can see you, yo. You're on the internet right now. Try to behave. Deadpool's pet shark is named Jeff. Oh, I don't think I've seen Deadpool. Do I want 114 luck? I don't really know. Do I? Eh. It's like whatever. Okay. Jeff is from the comics. Is Jeff in the movie? For a while I was calling all CEOs Jeff. For example, the CEO of Starbucks is Starbucks Jeff. But then it was pointed out to me that this was discriminatory of CEOs. I try to grow as a person, you know? And it is a good point. Like, probably there are several CEOs in the world who aren't named Jeff. I don't know what the percentage is, but, like, if it were lower than 90%, that wouldn't surprise me that much. I think it's okay to discriminate against CEOs. A bold claim. I have 5,000 materials. Ooh, a drill. Down for a drill. Alright, something like this should be fine. We're not trying to rush the enemies down. I started the wave at 50% HP, so I want to get up to full first. And with drill, I do gain attack speed every 5 seconds. So if I wait, I get stronger. I'm just really uncomfortable going for kills with, like, non-broken melee builds. I'm easily strong enough, it's just, like, terrifying to me still. Alright. Saver is done. That was not too bad at all. Let's have a short stretch break. Twitch chat. We're going to lie on the ground on our back and put our knees to our chest. And then I will no longer be in pain. That's my plan. We've unlocked padding. What are the notes here? Thief dagger. Just got to a sizable materials bank and then played like a normal character. Off thief daggers, wave 1 through 9-ish. You just got here from work, you're trying to have bad posture? Well, you can practice having particular types of postures, like bad posture, by trying to have good posture for a bit. Modern Rocker, thanks for the 19 months. Appreciate it. Eva Mario, we're doing well. Alright. Maplekind, thanks for the 27 months. I got 2 really good cracks out of my back. Maybe this will be better. I don't know who to do next. Like, I'm trying to click on the ones that seem like they would be hard. That's vaguely what I'm trying to do. But there's so many characters, and a lot of them are new, and I don't really know which ones are hard. And also the game changed. It's hard to decide who the hard one is. And then I keep on, like, winning easily, and it's like, oh, well, I guess that one wasn't hard, and then I feel bad. Oh, Golem could be hard. Golem could be hard. Let's do Golem. It's also very much true. Let's go for Ghost Scepter and then try to get to 50% HP on wave 1 real quick. That feels like it could be really strong. It is also true that I usually used to play on random. which means that, like, the balance of the game is actually substantially different playing like this. Did I get it? I did. Nice. Worth. What do you got? Better max HP, better armor, attack speed, and speed when you're low health. You can't heal, isn't in red. That is a bit strange, isn't it? Well, you might want to be at low health so that your 50% increased attack speed and speed stay, I suppose. Yo. Yo. Okay, I just won't buy anything then. Good shops. The golem dispassionately relates his attributes to us. Are golems canonically he's? I don't know all of the golem lore. Gosh, I could really have used one more weapon for that wave. Attack speed's quite good. We take damage percent because it is blue. Does random show you the Tato? Yes. When you click on random Tato, it brings you to the weapon select screen for one of the Tatos. Imagine going random from the start and never not going random on a save file. And like having to unlock everything, but you need to hit the 1 in 62 to play the last character you haven't unlocked yet. That sounds deeply upsetting and also like the sort of thing I would do. So we take everything that says attack speed on it. I'm also going to keep taking gentle aliens against my better judgment. Golem is a robot made by a dead Jewish guy. Being dead isn't actually part of it, but most people from 6,000 years ago are dead. A humanoid robot? Is that part important? Is this like Old Testament or somewhere else? I don't know if humanoid is specified. I thought about going Weird Ghost. Guarantees that you have your buffs for the entire time that you're alive next wave. Folklore from Prague. Alright. My stream randomly pause every 10 minutes or so. I have not seen any dropped frames on my end today. Sorry if you are. If we gain enough max HP in a wave, because our current HP doesn't go up during the wave, we will eventually proc our passive. We will need to get a lot of max HP in one wave though. I'm a bit like... I should die for doing this. This approach to the game should result in me losing. We're going to need several alien eyes. Sad to mat waiting room. Pretty sure that item is not good on this character. Me one more time. Okay. But it gets us in the zone. I do love being in the zone. This is so... okay. Is there a reason all these monsters want to kill the violent potato? I think it's probably the part where we are killing them. Would be my read on the lore. We have crash landed on their planet. And now we're killing them all. Is my turret gonna kill that? I'm very invested in whether my turret kills the cursed enemy on the left side of the map over there. Still hasn't. Kind of unreal. Alright. Got it low for me though. This probably makes my weapons too slow. We need combat stuff now. Attack speed specifically seems really good. Can this character play bait? Probably. When you sell ghost guns, you do keep the stats gained, yeah. Alright. We have unlocked our buff. Now I have to stay alive for 34 seconds somehow. I think one thing I've learned is there aren't as many charging enemies. Actually. Like sometimes there are lots of charging enemies. But I think in the first half of the game, there aren't as many. And so stopping to stand still to let something diffuse itself ahead of you is actually a lot safer than I'm used to it being. One ghost axe. Holy shit, I have -7 armor. Should probably change that. This is a modern day depiction of the colonization of America. I mean, I can't tell you it isn't, really. Don't worry. My 3 turrets from Pocket Factory will kill all of these easily. Oi. Some armor. That's good. This is probably where I die. I have worked hard to earn this death. I can dodge this one for a full wave, actually. $163. If I were to take a single thing that dealt damage, this would instantaneously become so much easier. Let's go with a shotgun. Some piercing would be hot, some alien eyes would be hot. There are things out there which would make me stronger, let's just say. Oh sure, we could do a Gatling laser, that would be okay too. I believe I have like 20 luck or something. I'm surprised I'm only at 176 health. Thought I would have more by now. Would a scythe kill me, or would I have to take a damage for it to kill me? Would a scythe kill me? Scythe deals 3 damage per second. I have 179 max HP, so in a 60-second wave, I would die. Well, actually, would I? I think I would. I think I would die. I mean, probably I would just die from other things hitting me, to be honest. But also, I think I would die like the second that the wave ended. I'm tiny metaphorically. I'm doing pretty well. Holy shit, I found some armor. I'm about to watch from a hold screen. Nice. later this stream, you can take a look at my stuff because it arrived. I'm gonna do that after some more runs. Am I trying to sickle on entrepreneur? I have. It sure is strong. Wild how I like equipped something other than a ghost scepter and now I can clear the waves. Just like literally anything else. Seems to be working fine. I just realized that I was not actually being clever when I purchased the cursed item that gives me HP regen. May have forgotten which character I was playing for a second there. It gives me max HP too. It's not like it's that bad. I had delusions about killing that for a second. I think I've changed my mind. I took 100 damage and still had 100 health left at the end. Yeah, I mean, it's actually fine, right? I'm gonna buy it again after saying that I thought it was silly for me to buy it. I found alien eyes! Will these be good at all? I don't know. What are multiple walruses? I try to just make sure there's no more than one at a time. It seems like it is the safest approach to the pluralization. Walrio I like. I like Walrio. Walrates. I've gotten a lot of music off my streams. Have I ever heard Paris Palomo Labor? There's a music thread in the Discord. I don't know. Here's the thing. A lot of the songs that play on the stream, I don't know the title of. So, like, maybe. I am sure it is good. How could it not be good? A perplexity of platypuses? Platypodes, I believe. I don't actually know if that's correct. I don't know if I upset anyone. Just figured I'd say it confidently. Thank you, Altasign. Sure. 2 cursed warrior helmets. That sounds quite good. Suddenly 20 armor, yeah. It should be a lot harder to kill now. Man. Okay, I'm still at 2/3 health. I'm still not at 50% health yet. I want to kill it so bad. Where even is it? Did it die? Is that it? No? Where is it? I think it died. Alright. With only 91 health to spare, I got an anvil. Great. Bit late for it. The red chest, maybe its corpse. Look, there was a lot of stuff on the screen at once, okay? Often is this how you fool everyone you know? Often is this how you fool everyone that you know how to do your job? As a medical lab scientist. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't work, it's only human life. I guess. We are running out of waves to kill enemies on. It's gonna make it harder to get much more max HP, unfortunately. But the good news is I already have 335. Ooh, I found piercing. When was last time you saw a farm animal? Twitch chat. You know, I went to Eastern Washington and I don't remember seeing farm animals. I'm sure I did. I think I heard farm animals. Eve 19 with quite a lot of plus enemies. It's a busy wave. Just to vacuum up all the materials there. Nate the Hoof guy. I don't know what that is. Wow, this seems like my item. Oh, I even have the pocket factory that I forgot about. I wonder if that's dealt any damage yet. He trims cow hooves and it's weirdly satisfying. Alright. If that's your thing. I absolutely live in a glass house with regards to the subject of finding, like, mildly gross hygiene videos fascinating, so I got nothing for you. One down. I am left mostly confused by this run. I feel like I should have died several times, and instead I just didn't. I guess it's hard to get hit when you have 20% speed or something. Maybe speed is broken. Maybe that's my takeaway. Always on the run. You wrote 2 westerns, but I think you're asking if Eastern and Western Washington animals have different accents. Possible. I didn't have an extended conversation with any of them, and they didn't say any of the words that I really look for accents in. Stone Skin, +1 max HP for every permanent 1 armor you have, +37. -6% attack speed. Alright. It's like some sort of survivability item. What do we note on this? Decided to try Ghost Scepters. Absolutely felt like I should have died with 4 times Gentle Alien and little offensive commitment. But didn't, and bought shotguns to ease through late game. What did /Willie have for lunch today? It is 8 p.m. where I am. For lunch, I had a burger. It was somewhat good. I enjoyed it. Alright. Who's next? I'm still trying to, like, pick the ones that seem like they would be hard. Brawler's easy, Ranger is easy, Mage is easy. Chunky. Ooh, Chunky? Okay. That could be a difficult one, actually. What do you unlock? Potato Thrower? It's fine. Alright, let's try this one. Max HP modifications are increased. Damage for every 3 max HP you have. More HP from consumables, but hard to HP regen, very hard to lifesteal. Hard to dodge, and no speed modifications. No speed modifications feels like the really big thing there. I don't actually know how to, like, play this character. We go Spiked Shields. Spiked Shields could be okay. Go super heavy armor. We can obviously go Ghost Scepters. Ghost Scepters can work. I'm gonna try Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter absolutely can work on this character. The problem is if you don't, like, get ahead on Ghost Scepter, you can't get speed to run away. So you will just kind of die. But maybe I can get ahead. Also, I am allowed to build, like, not only Ghost Scepters, in theory. Can meme and go with the weapon that adds consumable healing. I don't think I have it unlocked. I'm pretty sure I don't. Who unlocks it? Multitasker unlocks it, I think. You haven't beaten Multitasker yet. I'll take 3% crit chance, sure. 10% attack speed's good. I think we go tree first, but then attack speed next time. Have I ever read The Prince by Machiavelli? That Prince? Is this for like a high school essay? I have never read it from cover to cover, but it has been taught in classes I have taken in like segments. So I have read bits and pieces. I believe we were taught that it was a bad thing. Something like that. Hey, Pokemon Nerd, it's going well. So the idea with this character is the max HP we get from Ghost Scepters becomes damage percent because of our character passive. So if I take a little bit of flat range damage and a lot of attack speed, these Ghost Scepters can actually do very well for me. The problem with Ghost Scepters is that they aren't Thief Daggers. So I only get a normal amount of money from waves. Also, sometimes they get behind on their ability to clear waves, at which point I get like less than a normal amount of money from waves. It's a cursed Ghost Axe? I mean, what am I going to do? Not take that? In business, you're taught it as a book to live by, and then in philosophy, it is a treatise on some of the worst aspects of the human mind. I'm sorry, they teach you to follow the principles of the prince in business? I don't think business school is quite that cutthroat, is it? Are the people who are saying yes people who went to business school? Take some luck. More attack speed. I think I will roll. Take a look at the next chop. Alright, I have a red Ghost Axe. A red cursed Ghost Axe, even. Went to an economics school and that's why you became a communist. I certainly have interacted with people who have the mindset of me being like a thing to make money off. And like, it's transparent, but they don't understand that it's transparent. And yeah, that's always kind of weird. The Prince is seen as a very reasonable way to view the world of business. You studied poli-sci and econ, unfortunately had to take a couple of BCom classes. Wild stuff. Okay. Do I like armor? Feels like I would like armor. What does this do? Every 7 enemies killed gives me damage percent. Feels kind of silly to be giving kills to things that aren't that. I do need the health though. It's like fine for the Ghost Scepter to get kills too, I think. Grass you had to learn to show why poor people should starve. Oh no. Doesn't seem like it should be the goal. The Prince PDF. It's 188 pages and it's a letter. Imagine receiving a letter from someone that was 188 pages. There's an introduction, which I'm going to skip. Although probably reading how a modern person interprets it is as interesting as reading it. Okay, it's not actually 188 pages. There was an introduction that was very long, and now there's a translator's note that's very long. That's probably red flags, to be honest. If something requires that much preface. It's a 188 page PDF, and at page 60 the text starts. People trying to attract the goodwill of a sovereign usually offer him something they care a lot about themselves or something they've seen he particularly likes. Wow. Gendered assumption about the sovereign. So rulers are always being given horses, arms, gold, brocades, jewels, and whatever finery seems appropriate. Eager myself to bring your highness some token of my loyalty, I realized there was nothing more precious or important to me than my knowledge of great men and their doings. My knowledge... Oh no. Oh no. I know this person. This is the guy who buys Twitter Premium so that his tweets can be longer. Like 10 luck. Doesn't feel like I should need % damage at all. Although somehow I have 4 only at the moment. Feels kind of hard to believe. God, imagine sending a gift to someone and being like, you have to understand that people give gifts based on what they believe is valuable, and so my gift for you will be the unfiltered vomit of my mind. Hmm. 3 armor, maybe? Garden should be good on this character. It's like my best way to sustain, probably. You're welcome, the rich potato! What's the Little Prince? Is it a satire? Ghost Axe is so bad with no range. Might have to get some range specifically for my red Ghost Axe. Multi D20. Ooh, range. Perfect. It's kind of like range. I guess we can take minus enemy speed to make up for the fact that we don't have any speed. Kind of makes sense. Hedgehog's okay here. How's this run going? I feel like it's going well. I'm a little bit concerned that the game says it's wave 10 already. I don't feel like I'm that strong for wave 10. But yeah, I'm still doing fine. I think Ghost Scepters always kind of feel like you are, like slowly losing. Because what you're investing in is the ability to get hit lots of times per wave. And like if you're going to get hit lots of times per wave, it just kind of feels like you're losing. But then you have Ghost Scepters, so like you get hit lots of times, then you're like, haha, I am still alive. Which causes you to win. It's very confusing. How does this character not die? We get more health from consumables, and now we get even more health than that from consumables. And we have a lot of max HP, and that's mostly it. But yeah, we need to be quite strong because we don't get any speed. So like, I don't know. I don't know how we do against the elites that we can fight here with 0 speed. It feels dubious. That's a way to heal. Hold on. Okay. Let's go for that. I think it probably is slightly better healing than what I already had. I'm largely excited about it because it gives me 15 max HP right now. Okay, the red Ghost Axe though. The red Ghost Axe though. Well, that went pretty well. You need to get the DLC for this game. You want to try it out. Do it! It's like $4. Actually, I have a key I can just give you. Do you want a key? I can just give you a key for PC. I have 3 keys for PC, and a while ago I said that if anyone made fan art, I would give them a key. And I guess it was not a strong motivator. So I still have 3. People just really aren't fans of me. Alternately don't like making art. Cursed red Ghost Axe has no chill. Very true. So unfortunately medkit is not good. Yeah. Gonna take it personal? Oh, don't worry. I really don't. The stuff that has minus speed on it is better than usual, because I can't get minus speed. You can do stick figures that count as fan art. It does. No, it's because like people don't want to be embarrassed and are self-conscious about their art skills and things, and people didn't realize that what I was saying was literally, if you send me a stick figure, I will give you a DLC key. Who said they wanted one? Multi D20. Can I whisper you something? Not like that. Okay. So the problem is I don't know how to send you a message. Hold on, I worked it out. I have sent you a game key. Hey, base, how are you? I am not giving away any other game keys at this time. I will randomly give them away later, based on whatever criteria I decide I want to give them away for. Why so many enemies? I buy 2 bait. I guess I bought 2 baits. Anyway, I just have 1 billion health and more than enough sustain with torture, so. You're an artist and didn't know about the fan art. If you make me fan art, I will absolutely give you a DLC key. 100%. Innova Figura! I have stopped looking at the screen. Why does every run seem really easy? No. Only for real old Nick. There are only 3 keys to give away, and they each cost $4, so I can't just be like... Unfortunately, I cannot be overly generous here. We're going to have to collectively tighten our belts, Twitch chat. I have a key for the bazaar. So I checked out some bazaar gameplay. Watched for about 5 minutes. Why don't they make it so you can tell what's going on when you look at the screen? Because, like, it isn't a complicated game, but, like, nothing has what it does written on it, and whenever you have a decision, it's hidden behind, like, an animation of sparkles, instead of, like, letting you click on it. It was very weird. Multi D20! 3 months, appreciate it. I wonder if Reina's vision for his game is still a crypto mining exercise. I feel like they moved away from that when everyone said that that was an awful idea. But I don't know. Cursed alien eyes. I am so down. Hey, Optimedge, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Ooh. Okay, we have some pretty sweet ghost weapons this run. Thank you very much. You need confirmation before you assume he changed how that works because he was saying it for years. That's fair. Does Tempo Storm still exist? I don't remember what cursed items do. So you can use !Brotato to read my spreadsheet, and on there I have a tab that explains the stuff that's new in the DLC. If you are curious more generally about the stuff that's new in the DLC, not just cursed items, because I figure you might be. But cursed items specifically make it so some enemies have purple outlines and those ones have more health and damage and drop more materials. So like the enemies get stronger slightly. And then the items themselves have better stats. Which stats those are changed from item to item, weapon to weapon, and are randomized somewhat for each one. Oh. I have successfully turned the ghost weapon corner. Taking curse is like taking bonus risk / reward. Yeah, a little bit. I think in practice, how it ends up going is it's another way to get more stuff per wave. And you achieve that by making the enemies stronger, sure, but a lot of the time you're just strong enough that making the enemies stronger in a wave isn't like much of a downside, so it doesn't really matter. So just kind of a way to get more stuff per wave, which means stronger over the course of a run, which means easier. It's been more the vibe of Curse to me. Cursed weapons are comically strong, cursed items are comically strong. Cursed enemies are just not really much harder than uncursed enemies. Does range or attack speed affect eye things coming out of you? I don't think so. We have some decent max HP, it is true. People are trying to attract the goodwill of a streamer. Usually offer them something they care a lot about themselves. That would be very cute if Twitch chat like did the equivalent of bringing me dead birds or whatever. Here you go, Jorbs, a worm I found in the garden. Am I trying to get victory on both maps for each character? That is not currently part of my goal. Maybe that's what I'll do next, I don't know. I feel like people mostly want to see the new map though, yeah? At the moment we are excited about the new map, not the old map. You say it's real cute, but you're 90% sure that's what backseaters are doing. I think... unfortunate though it is to say, most people who watch my stream do not really care what I think of them. Is that true? I'll have to think about that more. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Something like that anyway. I think most people who backseat are not thinking about me, I think they are thinking about them. I want to read more of The Prince now. Where'd it go? Did I close it? Oh no. Hmm. I think I closed it, which means I have to scroll through 88 pages of introduction again. At least I know how many to scroll through this time. A solipsist would argue. Are you sure? I thought you could only think about what you yourself would do. Having thought over all I've learned and analyzed it with the utmost care, I've written everything down in a short book that I am now sending your highness, and though this gift is no doubt unworthy of you, I feel sure the experience it contains will make it welcome, especially when you think that I could hardly offer anything better than the chance to grasp in a few hours what I have discovered and assimilated over many years of danger and discomfort. I haven't prettified the book or padded it out with long sentences or pompous, pretentious words, or any of the irrelevant flourishes and attractions so many writers use. I didn't want it to please for anything but the range and seriousness of its subject matter, nor I hope will you think it presumptuous that a man of low, really the lowest, station should set out to discuss the way princes ought to govern their peoples. Just as artists who draw landscapes get down in the valley to study the mountains and go up to the mountains to look down on the valleys, so one has to be a prince to get to know the character of a people, and a man of the people to get to know the character of a prince. Your Highness, please take the small gift in the spirit in which it is given. Study it carefully, and you will find that my most earnest wish is that you should achieve the greatness that your status and qualities promise. Then, if, from the high peak of your position, you ever look down on those far below, you will see how very ungenerously and unfairly life continues to treat me. Okay, now I'm confused. I'm feeling slightly more sympathetic than I was before. Was this actually a person of low station? I kind of don't believe it was. Like, surely somebody of low station would not be able to, like, write. What percentage of the population was literate in Italy in, like, 1598 or whenever this was? What? Next chapter title is a banger. Chapter 2, Hereditary Monarchies. I won't be considering republics, since I've written about them at length elsewhere. Instead, I'll concentrate on monarchies, taking the situations mentioned above and discussing how each kind of state can be best governed and held. So I'll begin by noting that hereditary monarchies, where people have long been used to the ruler's family, are far easier to hold than new ones. All a monarch need to do is avoid upsetting the order established by his predecessors, trim policies to circumstances when there is trouble, and assuming he is of average ability, he will keep his kingdom for life. Only extraordinary and overwhelming force will be able to take it off him, and even then he'll win it back as soon as the occupying power runs into trouble. An example of this situation in Italy is the Duchy of Ferrara. In 1484 and 1510, the duchy was briefly conquered by foreign powers, first the Venetians, then Pope Julius. These defeats had nothing to do with the territories having a well-established ruling family. A ruler who inherits powers is... Oh, I finished the wave, just a sec. That one. Sure. Where was up now? A ruler who inherits power has less reason or need to upset his subjects than a new one, as a result is better loved. If he doesn't go out of his way to get himself hated, it's reasonable to suppose his people will wish him well. When a dynasty survives for generations, memories fade, and likewise motives for change upheaval. On the contrary, for change. Upheaval, on the contrary, always leaves the scaffolding for building further change. How does this relate to business? They're saying that iPhones will generally be loved as long as they are made by people who are halfway competent. Seems true. All right. Chapter 3. Oh, that was a very brief chapter. Chapter 3, Mixed Monarchies. When a monarchy is new, things are harder. If it's not entirely new, but a territory added to an existing monarchy, let's call this overall situation mixed. Who the fuck is this person? Like, the lowest status person in the world? Like, what are you? You're just making this up? Like, what is any of this based on? Who wrote this? Machiavelli was never a citizen of Florence, so when it comes to talking to a member of the nobility, you guess his station was pretty low. Did he at least get, like, rich off this? I'm currently choosing to believe that this was Machiavelli, like, running a scam on the ruling class. And honestly, good for him. Get the bag. He established Florence's army. Well, that doesn't seem very lowly. The Medici tortured and exiled him. Oh, that's mean. Couldn't they know he was the hero of the book? Alright, runs over. It's interesting. I feel like Ghost Scepters do better on the DLC than they did on the base game for some reason. The problem is I have a fundamentally democratic outlook. And I think that people are of merit just because they do things. No, people don't have to do anything to have merit, they just have to be human. Living things have merit because they are living. This is probably a hard one sometimes. This one's actually kind of hard. I can only use tool weapons? Is a plank a tool weapon? I guess it must be, or else it would say 0 damage. Wait, but that deals damage. I'm so confused. It says minus 100% damage. So how can this deal 9? It isn't a tool. Oh, because I also have plus 175% explosion damage, and it deals explosion damage? Did it have a red cursed ghost axe for the majority of the chunky run? Yeah, that's true. That's a fair point. You're not wrong about that. Okay, so he wasn't, like, a man of the people in any way whatsoever, is what I'm getting. I'm going to try... Yeah, we can go planks. Planks are kind of like the straightforward, easy version of Artificer. I wanted to go wrenches. Wrenches are really fun on Artificer. The goal is just to get a red wrench as quickly as possible to have an explosive turret, because once you have an explosive turret, you can hide by it, and it kind of just wins for you. But you do have to get a red wrench, and that's a little bit out of your control, so... I am down to just go for planks. I don't know that I care about landmines, actually. It was a rhetorical device to entreat the prince. Kind of transparent now. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the times that people use rhetorical devices, it's like obvious that they're using rhetorical devices, and then it's just insincere. Agatha all along was so good. Ooh. Oh yeah. It's finished, huh? I'm like halfway through it. Finish watching it. Nobility traditionally don't care about sincerity so much as they care about formality and obedience. What if you do care about sincerity, though? Does that just make me weird? So I get minus 50% armor, but other than that, all the defensive stuff is normal. I don't really understand why this character gets minus 50% armor. It's a very out of place debuff, the character, I want to say. I don't get more political discourse from cheesemongers. Those are the books that you want to read. Well, nowadays, like, anybody with 100,000 social media followers can claim to be an expert on anything. Like, look at the pandemic, for example. Which actually sent me a medical license when I hit 100,000 followers on this channel. Is it time to get elemental damage already? This is plus 16% explosion size. We'll go for it. That's the fun part of playing the character, right? We might as well go for it. Excited for how gay you've been told Agatha all along is. It is certainly not gay. But it isn't gay in a way that, like, I think I'm just very, like, it isn't remarkable to me anymore when stuff is gay in a show. So I don't really even think about it. There was a Twitter doctor earlier this year arguing with the father of a football player about that player's injury. Oh dear. So hold on, I still don't understand. Is the damage explosive? Why does this deal damage? It isn't a tool. I have minus 98% damage. Why is it dealing 27? I guess the damage type is explosive. But it doesn't always explode. I don't get it. Whatever. Does not make a lot of sense to me. It is tagged explosive. Oh, it is tagged explosive. Oh. Okay, but it's not a tool, it's explosive, and explosive means it deals explosive damage. So if it said plus 100% elemental damage, it would also deal more damage. If this character said plus 100% elemental damage, then this would deal more damage because it's also tagged elemental. So also then that means hitting something with a plank procs the thing that makes things take 10% more damage for 3 seconds. He's starting to understand. I'm beginning to believe. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with me. Despite my lowly station or whatever. Twitch chat, would you like me to write you a book about how hereditary monarchies work? It's actually kind of a funny introduction. Like the framing device is, hey, I'm trying to get you to like me more. I guess depending on the person, somebody could find that very flattering. It is a notable reason to care about writing something, though. It doesn't strongly imply sincerity from the author. This one? How many more level ups? Some more level ups. Oh, it annoyed you because the character says explosion damage, not explosive damage. I know. Yes. Agree. Agree. And then they all got guillotined at the end. Well, he didn't know, like, the sequel. And it sounds like he got guillotined or something, so he didn't live to find out. So why is this book a big deal? Like, did the ruler who received it but didn't like it very much put it in schools? Who then studied it? Or did they like it a lot? You blame the French? It's too easy to blame the French. It was considered the beginning of political science. Wow. Was it like studied by the Founding Fathers before they did the democracy thing? You feel like I shouldn't drink cursed lemonade? Yeah, well, some of us will never aspire to greatness. Was studied in most military schools throughout Europe. Huh. Plato says get fucked to every person claiming the prince is the first work of political science. Presumably... I mean, Yeah, I don't think Plato wrote much about 16th century politics, but I take your point. We've really got the polar ends of the conversational spectrum going on in chat right now. Does the data back it up? If you have a hereditary monarchy, does everyone just like you? It's very hedged, isn't it? It's not really a falsifiable hypothesis, because it says stuff like, as long as they are of average or better quality, but if everybody hates someone, they're going to look like they are below average quality on account of everyone hating them. The lead coming kind of soon. I have -4% crit chance. Is it too late to go Cursed Tentacle Hunting Trophy? Also, explosions can't crit. It's probably not good. We'll say no. What about hereditary democracy? I feel like if we had a democracy in the US, we'd know a lot about that. Caught several enemies. I have the explosion consumable thing. And I have the bigger explosions thing. And I have the consumables give you more health thing. Kind of got it all going on right now. Goblet should be good too. Take more speed to avoid the elite. Take some HP regen. Sure, more enemies are good for a character with explosions, you would think. Did they make the thing that gives you harvesting and -1 melee damage fertilizer? Did they make this costless? I feel like it costs less than it used to. I wonder if red is better than these ones are about the same, I think. I hate backseating. Does that make me a monarch? I have been described as a king in my life. Alright. Turns out that planks are very strong on this character. GG. Is a Sportster the name of a car that doesn't have back seats? I've never heard that before. Oh no, it has crit chance on it. My tentacle. Oh, this also has crit chance on it. What a disaster. Did Excalibur have special properties, or was it just a very nice sword? I don't remember reading anything about Excalibur being, like, made out of Valyrian steel or that sort of thing. I wonder if it's a modern invention, the idea that a sword has to be higher quality than other swords to be special. It feels like an idea from an age of like asymmetric warfare where some weapons hard counter other weapons. Whereas I feel like the stories which are about swords, which imbue like the right to rule or whatever, are more about like dual determinism coming from gods and stuff. Not really about like the sword being better, it's just what it means to hold the sword makes you better. Excalibur is a tier 4 legendary weapon according to Brotato. That is pretty big news. Keep me abreast of that as it develops. Didn't old weapons break a lot back in the day because metal alloys weren't very good? Probably. A weapon made of special material goes back to at least the Bronze Age because it definitely comes up in the epics. Does it? I remember like shields and armor being made of special materials. I remember also though that they were made by a god, and that was like the thing that kind of mattered more. Me and this shark are not friends. I don't know if there are any sharks watching in chat right now, but you and I are going to undergo some relationship strain if I continue to play this game. Lord of the Rings and Duriel. That's where the concept started in modern times. That's its name? I thought it was Andurin. Yeah, I remember the idea of a sword being like made out of a magic material being on Lord of the Rings, but I can't really think of it being common before. Damascus steel and other high quality materials have always been highly prized through multiple eras of warfare. But like, I'm not saying that there weren't swords that were better than other swords. I'm saying that the idea that Excalibur was better than other swords isn't because it was like made out of better steel. It was because some magic thing in a lake bestowed right to rule England to Arthur by giving it to him. It wasn't like the way that he ruled England was killing everyone with Excalibur. Killed some people with Excalibur, if I remember right. Even Lord of the Rings has it. There's like the ring wraith who can only be killed, cannot be killed by a man, and then gets killed by the woman who has the only cool part in the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy for a woman. And honestly, I'm not even that sure that it's cool, but we have to say that it's cool. We just have to choose to believe it's cool so that there's something. Anyway, I think it's cooler in the book. I have not gone back to read the book since I was a kid. Ooh, there are the daggers which can see orcs coming. Those are kind of cool. That's very, like, asymmetrical warfare. Is that a thing in, like, mythology? Like, swords that know that the enemy is close? That feels very... It's a very weird thing to come up with. Is like a supernatural version of watching a barrel of water for footsteps. Holy shit, you can do that? Oh, that's very cool. Don't the barrow daggers actually remove the Witch King's protection? As I mentioned, I haven't read those books for a very long time. Are you telling me that it was actually the Hobbit and not the nice lady? I don't remember her name. She was great though. Really, too bad about the whole Aragorn thing. What does this do after it mutates? Oh, it does that. How do you kill it with melee weapons? Circles. Okay. Also, my damage is just kind of obscene. Also, the entire screen is floating over and over again. Hobbits are also covered by no man. Oh shit, that's a thing in Indian mythology. I can't remember her name. Oh no. Your eyes? Should have just not had eyes. I don't know. It's not my fault. What's the Indic myth? Mohini? No. Durga. The embodiment of female strength and power. My understanding of the story is there was some demon and it couldn't be killed by a man, and so all of the gods said, please make us female forms to a different god or something. And then they all combined their female power form version of themselves into one thing. And then it killed everyone by chopping off their heads. Kind of like a Gundam, probably, yeah. Shall I turn off explosions for the rest of the run? They keep getting bigger. We can no longer see explosions, we'll just see characters dying at random. More explosions? We've strayed a long way from the prince, where we were about to learn about mixed monarchies. Yo, I didn't even hit that one, it just exploded. I don't even understand what happened. Why did it die? Was it an alien eye? I don't know why it died. It's fine, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm so deeply invested in the thing that makes you explode once per wave being bad that I did not even consider taking it on this run. Which, like, I would say that is significant investment in the belief that it's bad. Because it does kind of seem like this would be the run where it was good, right? Did Diwali Ween inspire the retelling of the myth? No, I just remembered about it. I wonder if that's where Tolkien got the idea of the, like, woman killing the Wraith King. It does seem like a cognate kind of story, a little bit. You like the item because the explosion is huge. I think I've seen it explode one time and was not impressed. Maybe it's better than I'm giving it credit for. I sure will never find out as I continue not to buy it. There's a scene where an enemy pilot realizes the Gundam pilot is a child, weeps about the world that would make a child soldier, and then kills himself with a grenade. Mobile suit, Victory Gundam. The reason we're taking a dark turn in subject matter here. Something that I'll observe. However, also, the reason that the Nazis switched to gas chambers was that their soldiers kept committing suicide. So, historical backing on that one. I know that that's true because I read it on the internet, so, you know. If it turns out not to be true, direct your complaint at the internet, not at me. Nullified, nullified. Oh, it's dead. GG. Why would Al Gore mislead me? Yeah. I feel like he probably wouldn't. We have unlocked explosive shells. We have one with Artificer. Planks. Super strong. Where do you go, Artificer? Okay, still looking for characters I think would be hard. You do find your rage directed toward the internet frequently these days. Yeah.